One of the big questions we get all the time is how come Isurus doesn't come out with new wetsuits every single year, changes to our models, things like that. And really, it's a legitimate question.
Because we don't need to make stuff up. We make what we have. It's the best of what we have and what you can have. And the rest is kind of smoke and mirrors like we've talked about before, right? I mean, how many of these other companies come out with a different color lining or a different stitching or whatever, but it's really the same thing.
We're just not into coming out with what I call cosmetic BS, new things, just so we can market it and get people to try to buy something
new every year.
And if we find something new,
we would use it.
It's worthwhile. We put it in.
Well, we did. Look at the tie shield. Well, it wasn't something new. It was something we already used, but we chose to put it into a different wetsuit, which brought a whole new model to light. You know, the tie shield with the Z-Fleece in it. That's the biggest change we've done because...
And the titanium lining.
Right, the titanium lining as well.
Because those two together is what really makes it. But we really haven't done a lot to tell people about what the tie shield is and where it's positioned and what it's needed to replace. I don't know if you want me to do it. Do you want to cover that?
It's crazy, you know, the feedback we've gotten. We thought it'd be a different, you know, a warmer suit, but the flexibility of the zip-free and the mobility of the zip-free, but with the Z-Fleece and the titanium, this has turned into a wetsuit you can wear in the mid-40s.
Let's back up even a second, Josh. Like, how did it start? It started that Pete Mel came to us and said he thought if we took our 3mm zip-free hooded wetsuit, added that yellow Z-Fleece zirconium lining to it, which is bottom line is that's the warmest liner we found on anything we've ever tested. Number one. And then on top of that, we suggested adding the titanium coating to it, which reflects heat, doesn't add any weight to the suit, doesn't add any thickness, but reflects heat. Yamamoto has some incredible research statistics on how much it increases warmth, okay? Whether you believe all of it or not, you can argue that point.
Well, yeah, and I was arguing that point because I didn't know, to be honest with you. I didn't. Everyone's asking me, is it adding water? Is it adding, you know, is the fleece adding water to make weight? All of these different things that we really didn't know until we tried it.
Well, the other thing about the titanium lining is, the negative on it is, it has to be applied in Japan at the Yamamoto factory because they don't want to give out the proprietary process to other people to do. No, and it's expensive to do that kind of work in Japan. I mean, we looked at probably 10, 11 different titanium coatings and tested them. And, you know, the reality is it didn't seem to work.
No.
The only one that did was the stuff from Yamamoto. And so that's why we went with it. So anyway, Pete suggested that we do this in a suit. We made a few prototypes on it. We tested it with Pete, Shane Desmond, who also lives up in Santa Cruz. And then we put it to market. And recent feedback's been pretty incredible. So back in the 7th, I think it was December 7th, Sam Hammer in New Jersey used the tie shield 3.3 zip-free hooded, and he wrote us an email saying, I used it in 44-degree water and I was warm.
And 38-degree air.
And then two guys from the Ship Bottom Beach Patrol sent a picture in the snow saying that they were in that wetsuit in 43-degree water temperature and 38-degree air temperature. And we're like, you know, we got some now. We had feedback from some other shop owners that said they've worn it and it's as easily as warm as any 4.3 they've ever worn, including ours. The whole thing behind it was to try to come out with thinner, lighter wetsuit. I mean, would you rather be surfing in a 4.3 or a 3.3 that's just as warm?
With the ability to have all the movement and flexibility in your chest and paddle and arms.
I know we're going to get all this stuff on the internet saying, oh, BS, they were only out for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, blah, blah, blah. Try it or talk to people who've had it.
Yeah, I agree.